my name is Isidro, and the purpose of this video is to explain a little bit some facts about the immigration policy in the United States for anybody out there who is interested in the issue. And basically, what we're gonna do um, with this video is gonna throw out there some facts about the immigration policy in the US and its evolution throughout the years, starting from the 1700s until today. In 1790, the first immigration law passed, making a US citizen any free white person. This law included every white person, man or male, and the most important thing is that it excluded a lot of Native Americans and African Americans that have been brought from abroad and that have been living in the US territory for centuries by now. In 1882, a new immigration act was passed known as the Chinese Exclusion Act. This was very revolutionary by the time because it meant like for the first time members of a community of a whole nationality were legally prohibited to come to the United States. In 1924, a new immigration act based on nationality was passed, and it was the Immigration Act of 1924 that instituted national origin quotas to limit the amount of people that could come to the United States based on the place of origin. These quotas, based on nationality, were favoring a huge proportion of European nationals. At that point, that in 1952, by that year, the quotas were distributed like this: 96.7% were from Europe, 1.9% from Asia, and the rest of immigrants legally accepted into the United States were African and Oceanian, just at 1.3% of the share. These national origin quotas stayed like that, ruling immigration law until 1975, when they were abolished as racist and discriminatory laws. Under this new Immigration Act of 1965, the priority was given to immigrants with spouses, parents, or siblings, or any other close relationship, familiar relationship, who were already in the United States. Although initially it was thought that this will greatly benefit Americans from European origins, since they were the great proportion of immigrants in the United States, um, this quickly changed when many more people from developing countries came to America under this act, also looking for better opportunities and to reunite with their families. After 1965, every person that came to America looking for better opportunities, every person that came with a work visa or a student visa, was followed usually by other family members who wanted to reunite with them. And this has been the way immigration has worked ever since then. When President Trump was elected, um, he defined this way of immigration as shine migration, and declared himself against it. Um, this became an explosive issue in American immigration. It's fair to understand why. Some portions of the society see this as a problem, But as we can see, or as we will discuss later, immigration has always been a great source of labor, a great source of innovation, and great source of growth for the United States. To this day, 13.5% of Americans are born outside of the United States, with nine of those, almost 40 million people, uh, were born outside of European countries. Today, the immigration policies are shifting over a new type of immigration that supports, that gives some kind of head start to skilled labor and skilled workers, people who are needed in certain American economic sectors, and that will provide some kind of specific good to the US economy. Okay, so now we're gonna have some facts about immigration in the United States. So the first immigrants who came to the United States did so as free men from many parts of Europe. Um, Many of these people were people that were tired of years, centuries of absolutism, of big kingdoms with huge territories that were not going through the best of times. They were tired of no, not being able to decide by themselves what to do with their lives. There was always a king or somebody above you who will decide how things were done around the place. So many of these European Americans, many Englishmen and women, and also French, leaded the way for immigrants and the first colonies in the United States. Then a lot of Irish, Dutch, and Germans, people from all over Europe, quickly followed, looking for these virgin lands that offer new opportunities and, most important of all, freedom. When the settlers had a big portion of those lands already under their control, um, many Africans bought and brought to the United States against their will. And this big influx of new people were also going to shape the way America will be in the next centuries. In the process of expansion of the United States and the United States government westward, um, the colonies the colonies were joined by new states like New Mexico, Arizona, or California, and all these people who were in America before were now Americans. They were also helped to shape the country, and these people became Americans not because they crossed a border, but because the border crossed them. Um, in this process of expansion, also another group of people uh, that is usually relegated in American politics and culture is the Native Americans, communities that, as we said before, have been here for many centuries and were basically invaded and their territory taken over by the new settlers. Uh, some of these Native American peoples um, gave away their territory and their power easily to avoid confrontation, and in other cases, this wasn't a peaceful transaction. There were wars, and there were many gruesome things that happened in this eager to expand the U.S. government westward. Today, around 1 million people come to the United States legally, and many others do so illegally. All these people help to shape the American politics and American culture, as many before them did before. Although immigration is seen like something bad, and words like illegal, crime, gangs, insecurity, poverty are words that are related to the immigration process in America and everywhere in the world. Um, Also, words like innovation, growth, prosperity, freedom are positive words that are not usually related to the immigration process. Many great people have influenced the American politics and American culture uh, that weren't from the United States. People like um, John Shi, who is one of the CEOs of Yahoo, and he's a Taiwanese. Came here to United States when he was around 10 or 13 years old, and basically didn't speak any English when he came, and helped to found one of the biggest um, companies out there like Yahoo. Then we have Sergei Mikhailovich, the Russian-born CEO of Google, somebody who came to the United States as a child, right in the times of Cold War, when America wasn't trusting anything Russian, anything from the Soviet Union. This person came and created one of the biggest companies, Google. And we also have Elon Musk, a South African who immigrated through Canada to the United States, and today is one of the richest people in America in the world. So there are a lot of examples of how people from overseas have helped to shape this nation, who is a nation of immigrants, as we can see. And although many negative things are usually related to immigration, many positive things should also be related to it.